Helen Lorene Johnson, professionally known as Helen Cornelius, was a gifted American country singer-songwriter whose music career spanned several decades. Born on December 6, 1941, in Monroe City, Missouri, Helen was raised on a nearby farm, deeply rooted in a family that cherished music. Her early exposure to country music came from her older brothers, who played in local bands, inspiring her to pursue her own path in the same genre. Helen formed a singing trio with her sisters Judy and Sharon. Together, the trio toured locally with the encouragement of their father, creating the foundation for what would become Helen's lifelong commitment to music. Eventually, she stepped out on her own and began performing with her backup band, The Crossroads, which helped her gain experience and regional recognition. After completing high school, Helen married and worked as a secretary. However, her love for music never faded. By the end of the 1960s, she returned to touring and began writing songs professionally. In 1970, she signed with Screen Gems Music as a songwriter, but when the company shut down, she didn't let it deter her. She sent a demo tape to producer Jerry Crutchfield, which earned her a contract with MCA Records. Though she eventually signed with Columbia Records and released 2 singles, mainstream success remained elusive. It wasn't until 1975, when she signed with RCA Records, that her fortunes began to change. In 1976, she teamed up with country artist Jim Ed Brown to record the duet, I Don't Want to Have to Marry You. The song became a huge hit, reaching number 1 on the U.S. country charts and gaining considerable attention across North America. It launched a successful musical partnership between Cornelius and Brown that would last for several years. Following the success of that duet, Cornelius released more collaborations with Brown, including Saying Hello, Saying I Love You, Saying Goodbye, another chart topper. Their chemistry both on and off the stage resonated with country audiences, and they began appearing regularly on the TV show Nashville on the Road. They recorded a series of successful hits together such as I'll Never Be Free, If the World Ran Out of Love Tonight, Lying in Love with You, and Don't Bother to Knock. These tracks consistently performed well on the US and Canadian country charts, cementing their status as a beloved country duo. In 1978, Cornelius found solo success with the single, What Ya Doin' After Midnight, Baby, which reached the top 30 in the US country chart. By 1981, the duet, Morning Comes Too Early, marked the last of her chart-topping collaborations with Brown. After parting ways professionally with him, Cornelius continued her solo career, which, while not as commercially successful, allowed her to tour with other major acts like the Statler Brothers. She also starred in a road show production of Annie Get Your Gun, showcasing her versatility as a performer. In 1988, fans were delighted when Helen reunited with Jim Ed Brown for a nationwide tour. Their collaboration remained a cherished part of country music history, with fans nostalgic for their warm harmonies and emotionally rich ballads. During the 1990s, Cornelius settled in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where she opened Nashville South, a performance venue where she regularly sang with a house band. Her career transitioned into more intimate performances, connecting with audiences in smaller settings. In the early 2000s, she became a fixture at the Jim Stafford Theater in Branson, Missouri. Later in life, Helen remained active in the country music community, appearing on the Country's Family Reunion series, which aired on RFD-TV. These appearances allowed her to reflect on her career while continuing to engage with longtime fans and fellow artists. Helen Cornelius passed away on July 18, 2025, at the age of 83, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence aspiring female country artists. Her career was marked by heartfelt duets, poignant lyrics, and a commitment to authentic country storytelling. Albums and notable works. Cornelius released her self-titled solo album in 1985 under the Dot Records label. But she is perhaps best known for the albums she made with Jim Ed Brown. I Don't Want to Have to Marry You, 1976, peaked at number 7 on U.S. country charts. Born Believer, 1977, reached number 17. I'll Never Be Free, 1978, peaked at number 29. You Don't Bring Me Flowers, 1979, reached number 20 in the US and number 2 in Canada. One Man, One Woman, 1980, peaked at number 35. Greatest Hits, 1981, reached number 47. Her singles, both solo and duets, consistently made it onto the US and Canadian country charts, with several reaching top 10 status. Lifestyle and net worth. While Helen Cornelius never reached the mainstream celebrity status of some of her contemporaries, she maintained a comfortable and steady life thanks to her decades-long career in country music. Through album sales, concert tours, songwriting royalties, theater performances, and television appearances, she built a modest but respectable wealth. Her entrepreneurial spirit also contributed to her earnings, particularly through ventures like Nashville South, which provided her with a stable venue to perform regularly. Additionally, her performances in Branson and her recurring roles in Country's Family Reunion kept her connected to both fans and the country music industry well into her later years. By the time of her passing in 2025, Helen Cornelius's net worth was estimated to be around $3 million. She lived a relatively low-profile life away from media buzz, focusing instead on her art, family, and the communities she performed in. Her enduring influence on the country music scene, especially as part of one of the most memorable duet acts of the 1970s and 80s, remains part of her lasting legacy. Helen Cornelius's story is one of perseverance, talent, and authenticity. From her humble beginnings on a Missouri farm to the top of the country music charts, she proved that dedication and a true love for music can lead to a fulfilling and impactful career. Thank you for watching. Like, share and kindly subscribe for more videos like this.